Hey Cube Creatures, I'm Jojo. Today I'm going to show you how to play Cubitos. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe and ask questions. In Cubitos, players start with the same pool of dice and use those dice to add more powerful dice to their pool and scoot their little cube racer to the finish line. The first player to reach the finish line wins. Each player takes 2 runners and a player board in their color. Each player takes 1 phase token green side up, 7 light gray dice, 2 dark gray dice. Put all 9 gray dice in their draw zone on their player boards. Choose a card set from the suggested set of races in the rulebook, or build one randomly. Put the rest of the cards back in the box. Choose a racetrack or use the one suggested for the card list. Each player places 1 runner on the start space. Place the fan track nearby. Each player places their fan on the bleachers. Set out the chosen ability cards. Set up the dice trays. Set up all the tokens. Determine a start player randomly and give them the start player die. Cubitos is played over several rounds. Each round starts with a roll phase, where players roll their dice and fight their inner gambler. Then we move on to the run phase, where we beat feet, spend our coin, and prepare for the next round. Then the start player die is passed to the left and a new round begins. Continue this until the game ends. This phase can be done simultaneously by players. Each player fills up their roll zone and then rolls all their dice. You can keep rolling until you bust or you pass. Your draw limit is 9 plus any hand tokens you have earned. Your draw limit is also increased temporarily by 1 for each red line you are behind the lead racer. Move dice from your draw zone into your roll zone until you have the same number of dice in your roll zone as your draw limit. You may choose which dice you draw. If you need to draw more dice but your draw zone is empty, move all dice from your discard zone to your draw zone and then continue drawing. The start player die does not count towards your hand limit. Roll all your dice. You must move any dice that hit to your active zone. A die hits if it shows any face that isn't blank. If a die has a now ability, you resolve those now. If a hit die has an active ability, it is now active. If you do not have 3 active dice, you can keep rolling dice in your roll zone risk-free. However, once you have 3 or more dice in your active zone, rolling could become dangerous. You must choose to either push or pass. If you pass, flip your phase token to the red run side and wait for the other players to finish their roll phase. If you push your luck and you roll at least 1 hit, you're safe. Move hits to your active zone and decide once again if you want to push your luck or pass to the run phase. If you've risked busting at least once this round, all future rolls risk busting, even if you have fewer than 3 active dice. If you push and you roll all blanks, you bust. When you bust, you must move all dice from your active zone to your discard zone. Then you may move any dice from your roll zone to your discard zone. Finally, advance your fan on the fan track 1 space and get the corresponding rewards. If you have resources left over, you may still participate in the run phase. Once all players have passed or busted in the roll phase, the run phase begins. First, players can use any run abilities they have. Dice in your active zone can earn various things. They can give you movement, money, credits, or they may grant an ability or special power. Ability symbols correspond to the ability on the matching card for this game. Power symbols are ability symbols in every way, but you may gain an additional benefit depending on the cards selected. Active abilities can always be used as long as that die is in your active zone. Then, everyone compares how many dueling sword icons they have. Whoever has the most earns the benefits of the red card for this round. Everyone totals up their own money and movement. Simultaneously, or in turn order, players may spend feet they have to move 1 square on the racetrack. You may also spend 4 money to gain 1 movement as many times as you can afford. You may also use your run abilities. Runners do not block each other in any way. However, you cannot move into water unless you have a special ability. You don't have to use all your movement, but any that's not used are lost. Each track shows the quickest path to the finish line. However, you may want to take a longer route to earn special rewards. If you end your movement in a reward space that you didn't start in, you gain that reward. Reward spaces may give you credits to spend, fans to cheer you on, it could help you slim your pool by losing bad dice, or it could give you new dice for free. Some spaces feature movement effects. You do not need to end your movement on these spaces to use them. You can spend money or movement to take shortcuts, or you could ride the jetpack and double your movement. Simultaneously, or in turn order, players may spend money to buy new dice. Money earned must be spent that round, or it is lost. Credits may be spent that round, or can be held onto to spend in a future round. You are allowed to buy up to 2 different dice each round. Dice earned from movement rewards do not count towards this. Pay their cost and put them in your discard pile. Move all dice in your active zone to your discard zone. Do not discard dice in your roll zone. Flip your phase token over to the green side and wait for your opponents to finish this phase. When all players are finished, pass the start player die clockwise and proceed with a new round. If one player reaches the finish line, that player wins. If there's a tie, whoever can move furthest beyond the finish line is the winner. If tied, everyone continues to play more rounds until one player is strictly in the lead. That player wins. This expansion adds 2 new dice to add to all your games. It also comes with new abilities for all the old dice. The new die features a side that can give you credits. The pink die adds a negative movement. You must count when adding up your movement during the run phase. The new racetrack provided also features pitfalls. If you end your movement in a pitfall that you didn't start in, you must gain 1 gray die of your choice and place it in the discard pile. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. Have fun. Your draw limit you can keep rolling. Finally, advance your fan